All right, thanks, Darby. So let's continue our team coverage with meteorologist Robert Suhr. He's outside to show us what exactly is going on out there and how brutal those winds and temperatures are. So, Robert, what can you tell us right now?
Guys, good evening to you. We've been out in this weather all day long. It is absolutely brutal outside. Last time I checked, we were about 1 degree here in Northwest Arkansas, the Rogers-Bentonville area. Those wind chills 25, maybe 30 below zero. It is actually, the wind hits you, and I'm facing into the wind this evening for this live shot. The wind is painful as it hits your exposed skin, which is why we've been preaching you just got to stay inside. I want to show you what we're talking about with some of this snow that has been falling today. You know, this has been really a really dry, powdery snow. It really blows around. You can see it blowing around there. And, you know, if you're at home and you've got some exposed surfaces, a lot of that snow's been blowing and drifting around. You know, I'm going to, cherry pick a snowdrift here. And yeah, we're looking at, 4 or 5 inches for those drifts. So they certainly mean business. So, even if you got an inch or 2 of snow, and I'm going to show you some video that we shot earlier today of that snow really blowing around. This is what we're talking about, that blowing and drifting of the snow. It's a very light, when it gets this cold, the snow takes on the consistency of sand, and it really, really blows around very, very easily. You saw it there on Interstate 49. You see it in the parking lots and the streets around the Rogers and Northwest Arkansas area. And earlier today, we also caught up with some people that decided to brave the cold and head out and, venture out themselves.
Stay home. Bundled up. Do better than this.
I would say stay in. They get frostbite.
Now, guys, the other thing I want to tell you is I got off the phone with RDOT a short time ago. I spoke with spokesman Dave Parker. Dave told me because it's just so brutally cold in Northwest Arkansas, their crews are finished treating and pre-treating for the rest of the evening because the temperatures are just so cold that the stuff that they've been putting down, the salt, the beet juice, some of the other materials, they just don't work when it gets down to 0 degrees or so. But they are going to stay on standby all night long and take care of some travel or some trouble spots that may pop up. But the best advice that officials have been giving all day long is just to stay home. And, if you look out over Interstate 49 here real quick, I can't remember 5 o'clock on a Thursday night where you can actually count the cars on I-49. Traffic is that low. For the most part, people taking that advice and just staying home. We'll have another update coming up for you at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, it's actually getting harder and harder for me to talk out in these cold conditions because you start to feel your cheek muscles freeze. So we're going to send it back to Brandon and Phil in the studio, guys.
All right, Robert, good report, and go inside and warm up, please.